Alright, welcome back to Myth over here. We got last time over here. With your boy Peter Dunov. The Dunavi Peter. Yeah, Peter. Anyways. We got some of that good thing on. I just gotta read some of these things into here because they're important stuff over there. So first we're gonna read the see what I meant for last over here, and then we're gonna read hit the mic by accident there. I'm going to read the national spirit, ideology, the man's name, and then read the thing. Anyways, small cloud, big rain. The biggest of rains. We thought the moon was just a little cloud on the horizon. When it passed over and revealed the sky, a grievous mistake. The downpour of chaos flooded our streets and our homes. Brother against brother, father against children. You can't walk the streets of Sofia without being shot at. Double was found dead, decapitated, and most of the leftists have been divided. All the way with wounds that hit the deeper structures of the race have come to light to spill their acid. It's unknown whether they contender for power will rise in Yugoslavia and invade the end. Invade the end of Bulgaria's Missouri. Now we have to say about it. But over here, reactionary esotericism. Some creeds simplify political organization as we know it. Could a populist tide rallied by demigods hoping to understand complex troops? Will the vanguard of materialists or decayed aristocracy redeem themselves in the country despite all past evidence as a country? Can mankind put faith in religious institutions that have gone fat and weak after papering over primordial truths with their doctrine? What is the answer then to the collapse of meaning, to the degradation and degeneration of order? For the man serving backwards, seeking the similar enlightened elite who march alongside, there is a school of reactionary esotericism. Serious ideas of hidden spiritual knowledge on age-old feature of civilization, but where this form differs is the learned yearning for a past. Certainly in all hemispheres there have been organizations that dabbled in taboo spirituality as well outside the mainstream of local religion as the critic before and face. Regularly the Assyrian regime in Europe and further disruption to the social order around the world. Maybe these conditions where private orders could be aligned against this new status quo of liberalism, secularism, and empiricism. After all, what was worth of the Enlightenment, for example, if it was separated and chewing? Alienated from the conditions of modernity, these disciplines make up many very school, but generally emphasize an ancient metaphysical wisdom that have been lost to the world. Their task, then, is to bring back into the light. Translating reactionary society into political movement is no small task. To lead nature to compete in parliamentarism, studies may work as a parallel power structure influence even within existing political party. Alternatively, the organization conspiratorial nature can aid in coordinating extra parliamentary activity. While the finer details of the esotericist program would differ from place to place, the general power retains its central character. The warrior of the country are initiated into a society in position to rule over the rest who, for the past centuries, have utterly failed to rule themselves. So basically, I'm gonna bring back that old the old way of doing things, but into a more modern-esque form over here. If I'm reading that correct over here, I could be misreading the whole thing. Could be. Definitely over there. I definitely am tired still, as you can tell, so I definitely could be butchering all that, so I do apologize for that. Peter Dunov, or as we call him when he wishes, is Prince Dunov. It's not merely a man, he's an angel speaking to earthly flesh. Dunov's quest for love started as pious religion of Hadaja, which had been traveled from which he traveled to America to finish studying the theology of the Methodist Cemetery of Mission. Rather than becoming a pastor, upon his return, however, he received the desire to travel around the country sharing his Christian revolution to you see it. The fathers of them gave the itinerant preacher a chance to meet President Stabilski, around a close friendship, and many assumed the grooming of his successor. Alas, his interested in temporal politics put an end to these rumors, seeing BZNS as a reasonably pious party. Removed from the decadent exit of Orthodox churches, Dunov was content to continue his preaching and the assumption that Stabilski would bring the people closer to spiritual purity. The death of the president and chaos in the street changed everything. Peter's eyes filled with tears as he witnessed his brother killing brother for cheap politics. Even when the fatherland front turned on itself, it seems as a terrible bloody anarchy will be loose on the people he chose to act. With his students and apostles, Dunov walked in the countryside to get the big peace and universal brotherhood, picking up many were supposed who were tired of the war. It's found that severely exhausted army and militias battling over the capital simply chose surrender before to see the size of a flock. He was allowed to proclaim himself the ruler of Bulgaria. At last there is peace, But on top of that, peace comes a new spiritual political order. Simple says got far off. Only truly godly government can suffer in Bulgaria. No, of humanity. Dunov, through an advance of peace, learned well from his friend's mistakes in the eras of Gandhi. The voice of an angel emanates from the mouth of the prophet that is called the destruction of the enemies of God, be they the landlords, the finance, the bourgeois soldiers, or even the church authority. Yes, for only Dunov, under his esoteric reactionary socialist beliefs, can liberate the Bulgarian people, and even the Balkans rather, from their fate. Very interesting. Very interesting. Over here, definitely is one on one screen. Interesting as his counterpart over here, shit enough over there, but definitely is quite an interesting person over here. He also wrote some piece of music too, if I remember. I think they're up on YouTube over there. I'm pretty sure I had them saved somewhere. Who knows? Anyways, we're gonna get some good stuff over here. But Mars 40 division attack. Does that seem better first? But don't you worry, it's not gonna really do much conquering. Just it over here, just so that if Yugoslavia were to be under reactionaries, the one the current czar, kind of king rather, king of the Yugoslavs, then yeah, we'll be fucked. Anyway, let's touch grass and enjoy the sun live. Our brothers died in the fire of war for what? Nothing. And nothing more. Do not dear friend Alexander Snubeliski was slain by venerable series who was the son of Bulgaria to drag it back into darkness. That socialist reactionary like left on the streets, killing partisans like it would be easy to walk down the same path, but we won't. We should do it like that God and space has given to us. Yeah, God and space. Believer of both, I say. Believer of them both. Definitely interesting. Little bits and bad. See how it is over there. Let's see. We should get the other people. We compromise over here so we can get that PP up. Family revolution upheld. I need to get that. I'm gonna save all that PP for when get the Bulgaria and Yugoslavia influence. We can't go over there, and I'll read that once up. If we actually start doing that. Yeah. Thanks to the world. We admire the beauty of nature, but we are no primitivists. Modern technology also is by the grace of God and water should not become a guardian of itself. It can be used to serve us and God. Base, in my opinion. Better use of the factories and the promises of welfare and clean spiritual living which people within without Bulgaria or US and cultivation. And of course, by pulling our hands to the hatch of industrialization, we'll be ready if Bulgaria will come with human decency and chooses force. Indeed, we gotta prepare for any sort of possibility. Because you cannot talk with monsters. We are being chance big red. Yugoslavia's monstrosity in the front of God. So Serbs, Croats, and Bosniaks are trapped in the cage called the SJ and K. Totalitarian structure designed to subjugate the human spirit. We can't reason with men so convinced of the righteousness of their cause. We must struggle against it. Now the minds of soldiers, but equally as urgently, for they are already applying to shackle us. But if we want to deposit the Bulgarians, we would liberate the damned from hell's grip and bring them back into the flock. And we shall free them from their grasp. And the Summer War. I love recording this right now. Recording this after some shit went down over here. That going on over here in Russia and current times over there now. Let's say that life really does imitate art. I shall not go deep into that over here because I'm not gonna really get into that because I don't really want to talk about it. There are plenty of other people that would. I'm not gonna do it because I'm not really gonna poke the bears or where with that. And the Wolf of Kia. Well, broken eggs. We could go right over here. Definitely is someone I want to do over there. Mainly because might get a bunch of our armors over here going up with the metal gears. Cheers for the guys' comments. Then we're gonna be fucking all cracking all the eggs over there. Yes, doing a pure 4 Metal Gear Solid reference. I heard that the remake of 3. Definitely wouldn't mind doing a playthrough with that. I wonder if I could be able to afford a 2 on it. Definitely interested in the Metal Goose Souls. Everybody's over, so I think before. I think an Imperial might win that. Who knows? It's the yeah, for your reaction there now over here instead of fucking. Yeah, you're revving that and you're reactor so very nice so. I'm very curious to see how they're gonna change you, because I know you're being changed over there. I know damn well they're being changed over there because of fucking how it. Yeah, I'm confused about. It should be filling stuff over there. I don't wonder we're gonna see any reworks with that one. Anyways, one nation, 2 governments. How unsatisfactory the current state is. We are one yet have 2 heads that say 2 different things. It is time for us to be one organism, marching to one rhythm. It is on the contrary, all of our vitality and devote our thoughts into one and only one idea. It does not matter whether under the scapular of Voldor and even Balkan religion, what matters in the unification of Yugoslavia, or so that one state means one system. No matter what the means may be, we shall achieve this goal as quickly as possible. Both Sofia and Belgrade being certainly for the Union, not effectively guard public support Thracia. Guards at one point managed to gain control over the other infrastructure, it should be demised. Great use will finally be able to become whole. So yeah, Sophia's ours influence over here and got Belgrade influence over there. This is basically a mechanic 2. Jockey the influence over here and also lower the influence over into there. And I got something over here and Belgrade here do the same over there. Pretty much throwing game back and forth. We have a good vision, definitely going to China. Just pretty much doing a back and forth game over into here. This is why I'm staying on the PP over here, because I'm about to say that for after we unify stuff. Stuff like you could also get all the leaders stuff over here, which is very nice over there, because we're going to be doing. Anyway, spiritual pan 3 here. We should have peace. Vision strike speed 10. Very nice. Want some boost on influence. Drake here not just on land, but a spiritual bond between the like-minded. We wish to see that the whole world and the universe will provide brotherhood. But now we're saying the Balkans and one love. The Greek, Romanian, the Hungary, all share bonds of history and Christendom with Yugoslavia. A movement that's opened its arms to take in the pan-Balkan part of Turkey. Let the Yugoslavian Star Wars see a compromise, compassion, and to welcome even the old communists, the ones who are not anti-theists, at least into the tent. Yeah, that definitely would be the sticking point in that relationship. The anti-theists over there and the militant atheists over there. And you just down over there. Good for other guys that meant to actually, give them like, post notification stuff over there. Cause man, like the thing that I'm curious about, because I know Bogdanov has like a ton of like, potential successors after the unification over there. It's like a big old Bolshevik Congress over into there though. That's also other nations that I'm curious about, like post unification stuff over there, foreign policy stuff over there. But I've heard the most time that takes for a lot of time it takes is just writing stuff, writing and research basically on past over there, like writing events out, all stuff of all that going on into there, and researching about like people over there, interesting here that would fit into like certain past nations and all that stuff over there. That depends on what's taking most time with Redfield over there. But hopefully, considering though that we got that progress report for being of France over there and Spain and all that stuff over there. So we got that progress report like around like 2 years ago, if I remember seeing that post over here, because I think they posted that over here on the Discord, so if I'm not like yesterday or something, if I'm correctly. Yeah, posted the product report when they asked like, oh, teaser for the French stuff over there, and some good guys asked, and for us, I was like 2 years ago, so there should be mini progress over into. Should have gotten like a lot of progress over here by then. Over there, yeah, I hope so. Shit. Maybe because I'm just dying for we worked franchise in store. Really, that's like the main thing. All that I'm really curious about over there. I'm not with the Spanish stuff over into there, and seeing what's new in Fume over there. Like we got the big three. We got the big three over into in the Fume, Shime, Keller, and Marinette over there. But there are some more there, and I'm very interested in that. So yeah, talk about the slime left over there. Alright. He did have a Spain, and I did have. But we know who's he did have a against brother. Yeah. I was really excited for fucking burning memory stuff, all of that. That's primarily why I'm just asking about that. I do apologize if like whenever these comes out here, I've been repeating myself upon that over there. I'm just very interested to see what they got going for and all stuff over there. Like it should become very apparent that I'm a big Redfoot snip over here. Just something about the mod, it just scratches that itch for me. Especially if we're all interesting people and like the figures and all ideology stuff. I don't know, man. It just really scratches that itch for me. Let's get a dance with the bird. We admire the beauty of nature, but we are no primitivist. Modern technology also just degrees to God. One shall not become God, selfish and use to serve God. So us and God, the better condition of the factories. Yeah. That's the. It's the. Oh, that's just two of them being over there. Anyways, mission peace the bit over there. Doing that. Cross fantasies, yeah, but let's see. Peter Dunov is a Christian mystic. Then the Gustav and his friend Oram and Vilov took over the collapsing government with the help of the Agrarians. He's become a sort of Bulgarian Mahatma Gandhi. Opposed both Zavina and Zaltarag with his kindness. His branch of esoteric Christianity opposed the old corrupted ways of the church and usury of all kinds. He established a nearly totalitarian but non-violent system in which creative forces and inner enlightenment could be achieved with the help of the fellow neighbor. He decided to create a universal state based on this doctrine. But now he set aside on bringing the Balkans into a union of cosmic rhythm. So yeah. So we're like, so pretty much like kind of like a Gandhi, but not like diehard pacifists, but we're all willing to defend ourselves should the need arises. To that, which is neat. Very neato. So I wonder if that means that these Bulgaria get expanded over there. Cause it kind of just ends. Like, I'm pretty sure all these nations like are going to get expanded. They're going to expand stuff to like Because I've heard from the devs it's going to be like 5-10 years or so. Catering the content over here and that. And I'm curious to see if it's going to be like kind of like what TNO does and just like have like a little ending thing for them. They'll be like, hey, thanks for playing this country and shout out to the devs that did this and this and this. Like, whether we're gonna have that or not. But over here we are pretty much at time here, so next time we are going to calm the inner beast. get our things going over here and get the power phone. And bring Boost Mobiles aboard. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next part over here whenever we get to that. Should be interesting. So yeah, alright.